So let's try 6.2, where we're going to write an additional phrase in parallel construction. We're only going to do the first one, write an additional phrase in parallel construction, and we're not going to do the additional phrase and contrasting, any of that type of stuff. So in this first one, it starts with the pickup, and then we have two measures right here. These first two measures, we're just going to play them and repeat them, because a parallel period starts out the same. So typically we just copy and paste the first two measures. These next ones, we're going to change the chord progression on here. Right now it's like 1 the whole time to 5. You can see it outlining the G chord because it's got different notes that make up the G chord in there. Then over here it outlines the 5 chord or the D chord, mainly because it's hovering on A, a note that's only going to be found in the 5 chord out of our cadence chords that we want. So what we're going to want to do next is do something where we basically have a 5 chord here, and at the end we have a 1 chord. Our previous one just gives us a half cadence. This is going to give us authentic. We can just leave this part right here as a 1 chord because it's already outlining B's and stuff. Approaches it from the previous A before. So my plan then is to change the chords from the 1 and the 5 half cadence to have 5 and 1 at the end, make it authentic cadence. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just basically for the 5 chord, which is a D chord, I'm going to put the notes D, F sharp, A in there because that'll work with the 5 chord. It is the 5 chord. You could also just descend in melody notes there. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the 1 chord. I'm going to make sure that it ends on a G or a B or D, just ends on something that's found in the 1 chord. So let's do that. First, let's hear what it sounds like. It goes like this. And the first two measures is just this. I'm going to skip the pickup. Now we have to finish it. So I can even keep this part. And then I'll go part of D chord. And then notes that are only found in the 1 chord, found in the G chord. So now let's write this out, starting by copying and pasting the first two measures. And I'm also even going to copy this little bit here. We really only need to change the ending when the chords have to be different. So this is 1 to 5, so I have to have certain notes that fit it that way. When I have an authentic cadence, I'm going to have 5 to 1 there. And that's going to mean that I'm going to have to change the notes to fit into the 5 chord, the D chord, or to fit in the 1 chord. It won't work as currently done, so let's go ahead and do that. Starts with the quarter note. So now I have all the same stuff as the beginning. I didn't put the grace notes and stuff in there, but you get the idea. I have it up to here, and I have it up to a measure 2 where this G is here. I'm sorry, where this B is circled. So now what I need to do is I need to take these notes here, which currently mostly outline a G chord. It has the B and the D of it. It has a passing tone in it because it's just moving by scalar motion. I need to change those to fit within D. I could actually do a 7 chord too, like 7 to 1. Or I could, so it just depends basically. Something that has a function of a 5, 1, 7, 1 authentic cadence. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go into here. And my next notes, I'm just going to do, yeah, I'll do the 7 chord because it can just be like F sharp AC, 3 notes. There's 3 notes of a 7 chord. And then I can just hit a bunch of G's. So then the whole thing. Great. And that's going to fit because this is going to be my 7 chord here. It's going to be the F sharp. And then this is going to be my G chord.